Hello, greetings. This is Gilles. I wanted to come to talk to you today about the holographic training program that is the Earth. It is a very difficult program. There are countless worlds, evolutionary worlds in the universe, but this particular planet is very, very difficult. It is a holographic training program where souls go to learn about all kinds of things, and it is a program that are controlled, that have been controlled by dark forces to accept the untruth as real. And it is being manipulated eternally as puppets. There's all kinds of puppets that manipulate the program. I sing this song in the French video about this puppet maker, and so. But it's all about the drama that's been played out, and we've been trying to adapt to that to this situation of the world. But it's impossible as a light worker, as somebody who's truth, who really seek truth and justice and harmony, to be in alignment with all this untruth that is always been promoted. And so we have to learn love and wisdom through pain, suffering, and sorrow, which is very difficult. But on high, they're really learning so much and enjoying so much this. Our participation, the courage we had in order to integrate this matrix, to free it from within, because the love and the light and the wisdom that we develop from within this dark matrix is actually elevating the planet, and eventually will accumulate in the freedom for all of humanity. And so, and doing that regardless of the fear-based propaganda of the medias. They might be releasing a new version of the virus with the obligation to get vaccinated. This part of the program that they've been doing. But if that would happen, first the Galactic would utilize their power to eliminate the toxicity of the vaccine. But as far as my own personal view, it's better to catch this virus than to be vaccinated. There is a philosopher named Étienne de la Boétie, French philosopher in the 16th century, who already discussed that servitude has to be voluntary. No tyrant can force someone to be subservient. So it's about being peacefully removing from the servitude and not accepting the tyranny. Claim your freedom from within and not playing the game. For the challenge is to be at home within the body without having to seek to escape the matrix. And it's about elevating our consciousness, but integrating that within our body. The physical body has a great deal of light and consciousness. The beloved Archangel Michael is teaching us some techniques. Call on Michael. He's one of the greatest teachers in the universe. He's the beloved assistant and caretaker of the planet as well. And so call on him. He has taught us a lot of different techniques, and one of them is to maintain this alpha state of consciousness, the inner state of peace, and as we need to find the balance between the alpha state, the centeredness within, and the beta states, the connection to the outer world. And for that, we need to activate the right and left brain, so they vibrate, they are active, they're both as active and balanced. For this society has been working through the logical mind, but has completely denied its intuition. There was a great philosopher in the 17th century named Immanuel Kant, the critic of the pure reason. His first great book he explains, it's not an easy book to approach because his verbiage is quite complex, but he explains that everything is given through the intuition, and then it projects a holographic reality that can be comprehended. But Michael is teaching us the little techniques to bring back to center. It's this very easy mantra. You breathe and you say 3, 3, 3 in your mind. You don't need to. It's always good to keep your mouth closed so you don't have too much energy escaping. 3, 3, 3. 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1. That brings us back to center. If we need more exercise, we can do it before we go to sleep, or before we get up, or anytime during the day. You can count backwards from 50 to 1. For that, we'll remove any other thoughts, and we'll slowly bring you back. When you get to the 1, just know that you have the intention of connecting to the light, to the soul, to the spirit of God. And what we need to do, because in a sense, we want to make plans for the future. We want to co-create our future. But then once we created this vision, we want to return to center, return to the present, We have to let go of the need to find the answers in the conscious mind, in the logical mind, because the answers will never be truly satisfied. A lot of things cannot be explained within this level. It's far better to allow the answer to come from within as a revelation. And eventually we're going to become co-creator. We're going to be able to, once we learn all the lessons of the first 7 ray, then we'll open up to the 12th ray of divine creator light, and we'll be able to utilize the adamantine particle of the divine light, which creates the great river of light, and we utilize it for manifestation. It is closed now, and so we're going to become co-creator and eventually full creator once we achieve this full empowerment. For we are all unique. There is no right or wrong on the absolute level. For what's right for at any moment may not be right at every moment. What's wrong at any moment may not be wrong at any other moment. What's right for someone may be wrong for someone else. So you have to decide. You have to find out from within how it resonates. For your own spirit will always keep you aligned with that which is true, which is you, which is your own frequency. For all is love in the universe, and everything is used for the evolution of the universe. Sometimes we feel like this. It's cruel that God will allow so much darkness to be expressed and experienced in the world, but it serves the evolution of the universe. And what we need is to disconnect from the facade and to move into the inner planes, from where we will find a total. There is only through the inner light that we can find this freedom. And it's the same thing with love. If we always seek love coming from outside of us, it will always lead to suffering and unsatisfaction. We have to cultivate it within, even in romantic love. And then from there, we'll be able to be free from the deception. And so, I hope this message resonated with you. I'm going to pull a few cards for the day. I have a cat that's calling me. The highest wisdom is a few steps ahead. There's going to be some help that is coming to us in order to assist us. It's a connection to be a few steps ahead of the program, so we can see already what's coming. We are more prepared. The more prepared we are, we can already get some insight from within. The spirit and soul is already giving us enough clue to prepare ourselves for what is to come. Although a lot of things, God is very discreet being. He will not reveal the future ahead of time, although He knows it already. What we need to understand is a never-ending story. This never-ending story is it means that there is no need to create unnecessary drama, to this blame and shame and guilt and all those things and create this drama. We have to let go and trust more. What we need to do is the orphan. We need to reconnect to our source, to our Father, Mother, God, to reconnect in the heart to the love of God. And once we discover love, we can have this gratitude for that. And the outcome is imagination. Like Einstein said, imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Everything comes from imagination. So allow yourself to be active in your imagination. It will inform the spirit, for in essence, we are eternal beings of light. So nothing is truly impossible, except to make a square round, maybe, or make a round square. So there's certain things that cannot be done. But most everything else may be very much in the possibility of things, within the realm of possibility. There is a little poem that here it's in French. I'm going to translate it. It's a wisdom of Buddha in order to find the freedom. It says, abandon the spirit of interest. Look for a way to elevate yourself sublimely. Follow the example of the Buddha. Rassemble your thoughts. Concentrate your spiritual energy diligently, assiduously, in order to free yourself from the 6 ways of the metempsychose and the 4 pains of the karmic transmigration: birth, old age, illness, and death. Becoming sublime, returning to the sphere of liberation. So the light and freedom should be our final outcome, and this should be always where we put our attention to. The paintings behind me, this is the first model I ever created in 1995 of the grand universe of paradise, the central universe and the 7 super universe. But the super galaxies, the first level of we're very young. We're talking about thousands of billions of years ago, when the universe was just beginning to be created. For the universe, the cosmos is very young; it's still a child, but it's no longer a baby. There's a lot that has happened since the beginning of creation, which is so far older than anything science can the life of the universe has nothing to do with the Big Bang. It's a deception. This Big Bang is this primordial atom. We will come to realize that we are far older, and the source of origin is far greater than anything we can suspect. For we come from God, which is an infinite being with unlimited wealth and treasures, and there is so much that is awaiting for us on paradise once we achieve that freedom, and we are able to navigate through the many circuits that will lead us back to the source. And this is from sharing my thoughts and ideas, but those thoughts and ideas will become eventually universal. Everybody will have to, we all have to pass through in our own way to discover all those things when we're ready to integrate those knowledge. And so this is about the 7 great families of spirit beings, so the deity at the center, the supreme, the ultimate, the absolute, the super-personal, the pre-personal, the deity, deified beings, the transcendental, the finalitas, the supreme spirit, the trinity origin beings, the personalities of the infinite spirits, the children of God, the universe aids, the permanent citizens of the universe, the courtesy colonies, the universe power centers and energy controllers. And so this is the main families of the universe. And we finish with a song. It's a song that speaks about the matrix a little bit. It goes like this. Hey you, out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old, can you feel me? Hey you, standing in the aisle with itchy feet and fading smile, can you feel me? Hey you, don't help them to bury the light. Don't give in without a fight. Hey you, out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, would you touch me? Hey you, with your ear against the wall, waiting for someone to call, would you touch me? Hey you, would you help me to carry the stone? Open your heart, I'm coming home. But it was only a fantasy. The wall was too high, as you can see. No matter how he tried, he could not break free, and the worm ate into his brain. Hey you, out there on the road, doing always what you told, can you help me? Hey you, out there beyond the wall, breaking bottles in the hole, can you help me? Hey you, don't tell me there's no hope at all. Together we stand, divided we fall. For it's a wonderful song. Pink Floyd has always been trying to reveal this dark shadow matrix for a very long time. For we have to unite, we come together as one people under God, and this is really what is happening. There is a great deal of awakening that is going on. And so the card of the day is the Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, sincere. The situation is giving birth to new emotion, a new relation, an invitation to an event. Your intuition is very revealing. So she's like making sandcastle. We are the sandbox of evolution. We can use the shifting sands of time to create this beautiful sandcastle, to create a beautiful paradise life for ourselves, as long as we don't submit ourselves to all the negativity that's always been and will continue to play out until there is no more to play, and we'll come to the end of that process, which is coming rather quickly now. So stay in the joy, stay united, stay connected to the angels, call on the Archangel Michael, call on your guides, call on your creator, and be one and be in joy. Thank you very much. Namaste.